Well. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Locker Talk Podcast, where you guys can hear about NFL stars of tomorrow today. I'm your host, Barry Barnes, founder and CEO of Locker-Report.com. And you guys, go to the site, check the site out, where you see some exclusive content on the NFL that you will not see anywhere else. I guarantee you guys will not be disappointed. Follow me on all of my social handles on Twitter at Locker_Report. On Instagram, Lock Report 100, all small caps. On Facebook, LockReport.com, and also check out the Locker Talk Podcast on Facebook. And yep, you know what time it is, and you guys know what I'm about to ask you guys.
Just do it.
That's right. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Locker Talk Podcast today. Get on there, subscribe to the channel, watch this channel grow. Now, listen, guys, I'm telling you, if you guys don't go in there and subscribe, and I don't see that number total increase by this weekend. Yeah, you see that big finger? Yeah, I'm coming for you. I know where you live. I will find you. So subscribe to the channel today. No worry, I don't know where you guys live at, but continue to subscribe and look at the channel, which I greatly appreciate. Now, okay, folks, week 10 of the NFL. If you can say it in one word, it was crazy. But if you can back up that craziness, because that's why the game of football is so beautiful. You never know what's going to happen with all kinds of upsets. We've seen tons of them in week 10, which is what it should be. So I'm normally expecting around week 12 to be one that time when all the crazy games, all the outcomes supposed to happen. But it happened a couple of weeks early. But hey, I'm not mad. I'm all excited about that. But you guys will definitely like what happened in week 10 of the NFL regarding the players that came through the NFL Regional Combine. And we're going to jump right into it about what the players had did from the Regional Combine platform in week 10. Now, Efe Obada, who's a defensive end for the Buffalo Bills. Now, he spent most of his career with the Carolina Panthers, came through the platform on the Regional Combine, but really made an impact when he went through the International Players Pathway. That's where he really took advantage of the opportunity to play in the National Football League. And the last 3 years, he was with the Carolina Panthers, but he signed a one-year deal this offseason to go with the Buffalo Bills. And this year has been kind of up and down, for Efe Obada. Only played pretty much in just 3 games this season, but starting to come around, starting to show, better yet, I would say waiting his right time. Now, the defense for the Buffalo Bills have taken a hit. Primarily, the guy who we always look at is Justin Zimmer from the NFL Regional Combine platform. He sustained a knee injury that's going to sideline him for the rest of the season. He's another player from the Regional Combine, a major player that's been injured for the rest of the season. Tight end for the Green Bay Packers, Robert Tonyan. He has suffered an ACL injury a few weeks ago when the Green Bay Packers had faced the Arizona Cardinals. So that was a devastating blow. So 2 major guys from the NFL Regional Combine suffered season-ending injuries within the past few weeks. Now, Efe Obada with the Buffalo Bills, waiting for this time for him to really get up, to really shine, to show what he can do for this Buffalo Bills team. Knowing that he reunited with some of the coaching staff, where you have a good portion of the coaching staff that's a part of the Buffalo Bills, were in Carolina. So they're very familiar with Efe Obada. So just appearing into 3 games leading up to week 10 of the NFL, this was the game that he was called out for to play most. He had played about between 38 snaps in this game, but his presence was felt. He had 2 tackles, including the sack, the only sack that the Buffalo Bills had in that game. He would have had 2 sacks in this matchup, but one was called back due to a penalty that one of the defensive ends had sustained in that game. But his impact was intimate. We recognize here in the first quarter how he was able to get penetration, to get young Mike White to be able to force him to throw the ball too soon. As you see here, getting pressure up the middle, getting double teamed, but you see he stopped, penetration on the inside, stepped inside, got into his face, and that's when you see the ball here is being thrown, and that's when you saw the game's first interception in that game. So he had a lot of impactful plays in this matchup. Finished with 2 tackles in this matchup, had the team's only sack of the game, which came late in the fourth quarter. So Efe Obada was a part of that dominating performance that the Buffalo Bills had against the New York Jets. Looking forward to seeing what Efe Obada will do in Week 11 and for the rest of the season. So that's one of the biggest things that happened from the platform regarding the players from the NFL Regional Combine. Now, let's take a trip with to Los Angeles, where our very own Minnesota Vikings had to face off against the Los Angeles Chargers. In this matchup, we all know about Adam Thielen. We all know about C.J. Ham. In this matchup, still reminiscent of what happened last week when the Baltimore Ravens faced the Minnesota Vikings, how the teams are starting to play Adam Thielen a little physical, trying to rough him up a little bit. In this matchup, however, Adam Thielen was targeted 7 times, caught 5 of those passes for 69 yards. But as you can see, all these catches that he had definitely was tough catches. But this one play right here, this swing pass, you see that he got the ball on the sideline and he sprint up the field, rolling up the field. I was hoping he got across that end zone, but he still put his team in position to eventually get some points on the board. So that's Adam Thielen at his best. C.J. Ham, solid game, laying the wood out there, getting those holes, opening up those paths for Dalvin Cook to get those touchdowns, to get the yards that he had. And he almost had a touchdown, should have been a touchdown. This play right here from the goal line, caught the ball from out the backfield as he motioned, caught the ball, went to the end zone and scored, but it was called back from a penalty. And that drives me crazy. But that's all right. He'll get another shot eventually down the road. But Minnesota's still trying to make sure they stay within the race for the NFL playoffs. So that was a good breakdown of what Adam Thielen and C.J. Ham did for the Minnesota Vikings. Tennessee Titans wide receiver Nick Brook Aquino, he had 1 reception in this game for 10 yards. A good 10-yard pass here as we try to fight for first down. Really showing a lot of improvement week in and week out. Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Roy Robinson Harris. 2 tackles this season. Quiet season coming here for the first time after signing his contract with them during the offseason after leaving the Chicago Bears. Another matchup, South Carolina Panthers wide receiver Brandon Ziltra. He returned after missing 3 games, and he finished in this game with 2 catches for 18 yards. This was Cam Newton's comeback game, and see that Brandon Ziltra was a part of this. Looking forward to seeing what Brandon's going to do in Week 11. And also his teammates, Roy finished with 2 tackles, and linebacker Jalen Stanford, he had 1 stop in this matchup. Now, Kenny Moore II, talk about him a lot. Cornerback from the Indianapolis Colts. He had himself a solid game. He always averages about 5 tackles against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and here was no different. Finished with 5 tackles, and he had 3 pass defense. This was one of those pass defense that he had in this matchup. Good way to bounce on the ball, to hit the ball away. Good defensive awareness that he had showed and displayed in that matchup. So that was pretty much the rundown for the players from the NFL Regional Combine in Week 10 of the NFL. So now here we go, folks. Yes, I know. Yeah. Yes, we are now in the mid part of the season, halfway through the season. I feel you, Tracy. I know your pain. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, it is. Football season is halfway through. Yeah, I know it sucks. NFL, you got to find some way to stretch this season out a little longer. I know y'all guys added an extra game, but hey, this is what happens when you have a lot of fun. And the National Football League, watching football is always fun. So we definitely going to get right into what to expect from the players for Week 11 of the NFL coming through that great NFL Regional Combine platform. So now, here we go. Let's get an idea of who to watch out for Week 11 from the NFL Regional Combine platform. Now, Adam Thielen, just got finished talking about him, the update and what happened in Week 10. Week 11, he get a chance to go up against his favorite opponent, the Green Bay Packers. He always have, pretty much for the most part, a solid game with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers now, their defenses look pretty good, but Adam Thielen have shown that he can still find holes, find spots in the field to make things a little complicated, to put pressure on the teams to be aggressive, and also find a way to get himself into the end zone. So you always normally have good games against the Green Bay Packers. Looking out for a good, strong showing from Adam Thielen. Looking for him to explode. The last 2 weeks, he pretty much was kept under wraps. But I really believe that in this game, he should have one of those breakout games. He's due for another 100 receiving yard day. Now, still waiting for something to break out for Tyrod Johnson. Tyrod Johnson, wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still waiting for him to catch that deep ball, folks. It's coming. As long as he get that ball to him, some opportunities out there. I'm looking forward to seeing him catch that deep ball real soon. Now, Carolina Panthers get a chance to face the Washington football team. Brandon Zilstra. Looking for another good game from him, just like I said. Prior to week 10, he missed 3 games. Looking for a big game for him to be hot. Looking for him to cross that goal line one more time. Let's see how he is going to help Cam Newton, these guys, have a good game or win against the Washington football team, knowing that Cam Newton is going up against his former head coach in what they call Riverboat Riviera. So we're looking forward to seeing what he's going to do up against his former team. But he's going to need Brandon and other host of players to help get this victory out for the Carolina Panthers as they now trying to propel and put themselves in a proper fitting for this playoff run. Now we talked about Brook Aquino. Brook Aquino. Now, this season, he had 2 touchdowns. Now, he was able to get his touchdowns against divisional opponents. His first 2 games against the divisional opponents happened to be the Indianapolis Colts. He scored once in each one of those games. This weekend, go up against the Houston Texans. Can he keep this trend of scoring touchdowns against divisional opponents? Looking forward to seeing what Aquino do in this matchup as he can continue to roll, putting points on the board against division rivals. So let's look to see Aquino get across that goal line against the Houston Texans. Now, as far as we know that what this season is going on, with the season's going on, we know that Tay Crowder, okay, it's a tall order for this young man. New York Giants play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, reigning Super Bowl champions. Ty Crowder have his hands full. He called plays for the defense. Now he got matched wits with the greatest of all time, the greatest who ever did it from the quarterback position in Tom Brady. Let's see what Tay Crowder is going to do, going up against, matching wits against the great Tom Brady, and also what this Tampa Bay offense is going to do. Tampa Bay struggling the last couple of weeks. The Giants have been playing some inspired ball. They starting to get things rolling. Let's see how much of an impact this Giants team is going to have against the great Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, folks, we definitely going to look to see what's going to happen in Week 10 of the NFL. Make sure you guys stay locked in. Watch out for these great matchups. I'm telling you, there's going to be some great stuff this weekend in regards to the players that came through the NFL Regional Combine platform. My name is Barry Barnes, founder, CEO of Locker-Report.com. Yeah, you guys can go to the site, check the site out, see some great content on the NFL that you will not see anywhere. I guarantee it. Follow me on all my social handles on Twitter at Locker_Report, on Instagram, LockerReport100, all small caps, on Facebook, LockerReport.com, and also check out the Locker Talk podcast that's on Facebook. And again, folks, you know the drill. Yep. I'm going to keep on staring at you. I'm looking at you because you guys didn't subscribe to the channel yet. Go to the Locker Talk podcast on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. So you guys know what to do, right? You guys know what to do, right? Come on, man. How many times I got? Come, you know what to do, right? Okay then. Well, go ahead and do it. Subscribe to the channel today. I guarantee that you guys are going to find some great stuff when you guys continue to follow what's going on Locker Talk podcast. Hey, everyone stay blessed. Week 11, let's have some fun, y'all. Football season is halfway over. Let's continue to enjoy this. The fun start begins right now. Everyone stay blessed. Talk to y'all soon. Let's get it. Let's go.